you go like?
Sure.
Okay.
Do you want to take the bus or the cab this time around?
I prefer the bus.
I want to take the cab.
Oh, okay. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Can't find my tennis cover.
I don't like always taking the cab home. I always have to pay, and I'm not a millionaire, you know.
But I thought I always pay half.
No, you haven't paid since the first week, and we've been 5 weeks now. I'm surviving off 45 a week, and
Alright. But I bring the tennis balls too.
your father makes those. It doesn't cost you a thing.
Okay. Here's 35 cents.
You owe me $1.65.
Okay, I'll have to go upstairs and get it. But can I wait till Monday? I can give it to you at the gym.
No, I'm going to the movies tonight. I need it by tonight.
You're at your stop. It'll be 50 cents.
That makes $1.90 over.
You've been being crashed when my mother is sick.
How so?
She has me one here.
I didn't give it to her. Can I change?
Yeah, sure.
Eric, is that you? Have you ever put your finger right down to the bone? Oh, I've never put my finger down to the bone. How did you do it? I don't know. I just stuck my hand in the wastebasket and it was full of razor blades. I'm gonna need a transfusion. What's your name? Virginia May. Oh, I know your sister. She's not. Who is? Your sister. I met her in a party. So anyways, are you hungry? No, I'm not hungry too much. So why did you try to call my sister?
I wrote her 8 letters and I never got a response.
Oh, were you annoying?
Nope. It's a heart problem.
So what do you do now?
Working at an airplane factory.
Airplane factory? Do you like it?
Oh, I just adore airplanes. They're just so cute. Oh look, we're all going to fight the Eskimos.
Why the Eskimos?
Oh, we're just fighting everybody. Anybody over 60.
Well, at least you won't have to go.
Oh, hey, if this guy comes in, tell him I just need a few minutes to shave. Here, you should eat this chicken sandwich.
I'm really okay.
It's only got 20. Come on.
It looks very good.
Exactly. So, tell me when that guy comes. I'll be out. I gotta get dressed.
Okay. Hey, did you see Frank? He's shaving. Oh my goodness, look at the time. We gotta go. Oh my goodness, I had one of the worst mornings. What happened? I don't want to bore you with the story. I really like the jacket. Thank you. My mother got it for me.
That's nice.
So I take it you're one of Salinger's friends? Yeah. Oh, that boy, he is never on time. We're going to see Beauty and the Beast, and it's my 8th time seeing it. Do you work at the airplane factory with Frank? Yes, I do, but I really don't want to talk about it.
I'm sorry, you took so much time. I have to make my mom
Oh no, it's okay. You can just keep it. It's not important.
I thought you said you were going to the movie.
No. Is it okay if I just call after dinner and come back over instead?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
A few years before, it had taken her
3 days to dispose of the Easter chick she had found dead on the sawdust in the bottom of her wastebasket. J.D. Salinger was born in New York. He began serving in the military in the early 1940s during World War II. He dropped out of school after one semester in 1938. The story is set in New York just after World War II. The setting is important to the story because the war is a main vocal point in Salinger's writing. Franklin and Eric working in the airplane factory is a large part of the story. Being involved in the war showed Franklin how mindless war is. This is why he says we're going to fight the Eskimos next. He's making the point that the nations will go to war against anyone for any reason at all. New York was used by Salinger because it could be described as the center of America's most materialistic society, a place where money and goods had great importance. The chicken sandwich shared by Franklin and Jenny represents communion. It connects both characters. The razor blades symbolize society, and Franklin's blood may represent the crucifixion, tying in with the religious aspect of the story. There's a bit of a religious theme. There could be a connection with Jesus and Christianity. The change that happens throughout just before the war with the Eskimos deals with the attitudes of the characters, especially Jenny. She becomes less materialistic and develops friendly relationships. Franklin says we're going to fight the Eskimos because he is trying to make a point that the nations will go to war against anyone for any reason at all. For the significant quote we chose in the end, it was talking about 3 days in the chick in the wastebasket. So Jesus rose after 3 days on what we call Easter, and this quote mentions both an Easter chick and how it took Jenny 3 days to dispose of it. It could easily be a biblical allusion. This also notes change. Jenny's attitude changes drastically by the end of the story. She realizes money is not as important as it once was.